Hey everyone, Wave 3 News Meteorologist Ryan Hoke here with a Hokey video blog update. We are talking about a multitude of things this morning, so let's get underway here. We'll talk about today's Hokey weather fact first, and this is kind of interesting. Studies show that cooler weather may improve both thinking and decision making. As I said earlier this morning, when it's cold like it's going to be tonight, the only thing I can think of is four-letter words. Yeah, it's going to be that cold tonight. Hopefully make some good decisions, though, on what to wear by Monday morning, as we will have wind chills below zero in many spots. Here's the rundown of things to come over the next 72 hours. Snow showers this afternoon up to a dusting northeast of Louisville. The Arctic blast arrives tonight. We crash down into the single digits with wind chills down to 5 below. And then an accumulating snow on Wednesday is worth watching. Could bring some 2-inch plus accumulations. Models have been waffling on that this morning after being stable yesterday. That's why we have not put out a snow forecast accumulation map yet for this one, but I think by tonight we'll have something on the books. This morning from our Kentucky One Health SkyTrack network of cameras from South Louisville, you are seeing that we do have a little bit of sunshine out there. Clouds trying to clear out as we speak. Where they have cleared out, we're down in the lower 20s in southern Indiana, near 30 in southern Kentucky. That clearing line has crossed the Ohio River, now working its way down to Bullitt County. It's not going to be completely sunny this morning, but we will see at least some breaks in the clouds to allow for some of that sunshine. All right, there's the big Arctic blast. As we mentioned before, the snow showers up in portions of central and now moving into the Indianapolis area. We'll be here as we go throughout the midday hour and beyond, and this is what's going to usher in these very cold temperatures. Look at the current temperature up in northern Minnesota, minus 23 in International Falls. Bismarck up there, they've been hovering around between 5 and 10 below zero this morning. Omaha at 5 below. Des Moines, my goodness, 6 below zero. And look at St. Louis, 18. That's how fast things are dropping with this big air mass. We're going to be dropping down into the teens easily as we go throughout, say, 9, 10 o'clock this evening, mid-teens as we head throughout midnight. And we just keep falling from there, folks. We'll show you what it looks like on Futurecast here. It's very interesting to see how cold it gets, how very quickly that happens. Snow showers by 12 noon in our northern counties. You'll see that they're mostly along I-71 near Henry, Carroll, and Jefferson counties as we go throughout, say, 3 o'clock this afternoon. Louisville sees a few flurries, maybe a snow shower, but any sort of measurable accumulations, just unlikely. They're to our southeast as we go throughout 6 o'clock this evening. Temperatures fall easily into the teens. There's that 18 at 8 o'clock. Snow showers are out of here by that point, and we just keep on falling on down to the teens and the single digits. In fact, wind chills will be easily 0 to 5 below across wave country. You see that now on this model output by Monday at 8 a.m. It's a good thing the kids don't have school tomorrow, or else they'd be at the bus stop in this. Yikes. But Tuesday morning's not going to be a picnic either. In fact, those wind chills could be 0 to 5 above. Only a slight difference between Monday morning and Tuesday morning there. Dusting of snow likely from Jasper to LaGrange to Carrollton, and that's going to be the maximum we see out of this. I think Louisville's going to skirt by without any sort of snow accumulation. May get a little bit in the grassy areas, maybe on roofs, but that's about it. And even this stuff up toward Carrollton, Seymour is not going to be terribly measurable. Just a little bit of snow here. And they've been reporting those kind of snow totals up toward Indianapolis this morning. So the forecast looks pretty good. 19's the high on Monday. By Tuesday, we're at 28 degrees for a high. Wednesday is when we got to talk about this accumulating snow chance. This is the latest North American mesoscale model. You'll see that it kind of deflects a lot of this off to southern Indiana and central Indiana as well, bringing temperatures up to like 33 degrees as we go throughout Wednesday afternoon. This is not the only model run showing kind of a northward deflection of this system compared to what we had yesterday, which is pretty much slugged right across the Ohio River for any sort of snow accumulation. But we'll be watching this over the next couple of days or so. And we got another system to watch by Thursday and Friday. Let's go over some of the model data here with you, so I know a lot of folks are interested. This is the current run, the 6Z run of the GFS model as we go throughout Wednesday. It's not quite as far north with the snow accumulations as the North American mesoscale model, which I just showed you before. So it's got some of the snow pretty much over southern Indiana, maybe up to 2 inches here in the metro area in the northern part of the counties. This is not our forecast. Don't go around saying that Ryan Hoke has this snowfall map here. No, this is a model data output. We're going to be putting out a forecast, hopefully tonight, if the data begins to coalesce a little better. We always see this with snow systems once you get about 4 days out, where they start waffling north and south. I have a feeling this may come back south again. at some point tomorrow in the data, so we're going to try to stay as stable as we can with our forecast. That's why we're not putting one out yet. Let the data kind of soften itself out as we go through time. But it's interesting that it's putting out some higher snow totals and just raw accumulations here, between 4 and 5 inches in some places. That is possible here. We'll have to see. This system's starting to amp up what we call the QPF, the quantitative precipitation forecast here. Now, this is the next system as we go throughout Thursday and Friday of this upcoming week. This is the GFS output here, same 6Z run. It's showing a band of snow in southern Indiana, maybe some mix at times, maybe pushing to rain here in Louisville and all of Kentucky. I will say the Euro model, which I can't show you here unfortunately due to copyright concerns, but it is showing the system farther south, and that snow may be setting up closer to the Ohio River, maybe in our Kentucky counties as well. It's interesting because this is deep in the low, this version of the 6Z GFS, because the low placement's about the same between the 0 and the 6Z run here, but the low has deepened a bit, pulling in more of that cold air, hence more snow in southern Indiana. Again, this is nebulous at this distance out in time. I'm not going to show you any sort of model output for snow accumulations because we're still trying to pinpoint where the system's going to go. I will say that the system for Wednesday has not come on shore yet. That will happen Monday morning. So we've got to sample that system first before we can give you any sort of stable snow forecast here. So that's why we're going to wait till late tonight to do that. I might have one ready for the 6 o'clock news. We'll just see how fast this is moving and what the data is showing by that point as well. So stay with us on that for sure. Then we have to sample the cold air for Monday morning. Then we have to sample, of course, this storm as it moves over us, what kind of snow it'll leave behind before we can even give you a forecast for this Thursday, Friday deal. Lots of steps and lots of data changes to go through until that point. But for you snow lovers, this is encouraging that the data is still going pretty south on the Euro. The Euro is usually pretty good this far out on low placement, so we'll see. I have to sample a bunch of that data before we get there, though. Here's the earliest alert outlook. Wanted to show you that the next week we've got temperatures in the 40s, maybe a day or two in the 50s, as we said yesterday. Snow lovers, don't fret. I think we will see a flip back into a wintertime pattern as we go throughout sometime in February. We're not done yet, all right? We're just kicking off, getting started here, and certainly Wednesday looks to be the biggest snow that we've had so far this season, for a few folks at the very least. And, we'll be keeping track of those numbers over the next several days. I know Brian Good is probably frothing at the mouth right now over this setup here. It's a very challenging setup here, and it may not all be snow. And certainly Thursday, I've got a rain and snow chance in the forecast there, because it could be rain for quite a few of us for a considerable portion of time before it goes back to snow on Friday. I think the higher confidence here is that it will change back to light snow on Friday. That's the higher confidence. Totals may not be impressive, depending on where the rain-snow line is. So we'll see how that shakes out. I'll be back on Wave 3 News at 6 tonight with a improved look at things, hopefully, and we'll have more as we go throughout the next several days on both the big, bitter, cold chill for Monday morning and for definitely these two wintry weather setups. That's it for now. Meteorologist Ryan Hoke. Have a great Sunday.